Got lots of pickling cucumbers growing. All the tomatoes. I got 3 trays of tomatoes. And I have some peppers in there. Black hollyhock. Marigolds. My alyssum seems to be struggling a bit. And I got some little rosemaries. It's been a minute since I've posted a video. I kind of had a little chaos going on. We had a shed built. We had some remodels going on. We had to purchase another vehicle. And yeah, my life has been sort of chaotic for the last couple months, so I thought I would just post the video now. If you're new to my channel, I'm actually fairly new to my channel. I've only been having it going on for probably like 4 months now, but this is a channel where I talk about gardening, health, and female hormones and fertility, just all the fun stuff. Natural remedies, herbalism. So if that is something you're interested in and you don't mind a crazy, quirky, goofy, dorky woman talking about that, I am a doctor. I am a master herbalist. I am not a practicing doctor. I actually took time off so I could raise my child. I graduated school and a month later I ended up pregnant. And he is now 21 months old. Yeah, and I'm an older mom. I am in my 40s. I was 43 when I got pregnant. So yeah, my life is fun and exciting, and at least to me. Maybe not for you, but if you don't mind following along, subscribing to my channel. I'm a type of person that squirrels, and if you've seen my other videos, you will know that I'm kind of unprofessional. I'm not the typical doctor that you would see on social media. Our topic for today is going to be about different imbalances in our hormones, how they're all kind of interconnected, and some of the symptoms that we may be facing. When you go to the doctor, you will go typically to the doctor because you're having symptoms of some sort, or you go to a doctor because you just want to do a physical to see how you're doing because you're getting older. And they'll run some tests, you tell the doctors what your symptoms are, all for everything to come back, oh, you're completely normal. Okay, but if I'm normal, why do I have all these crazy symptoms? Why am I feeling so stressed? Why am I so fatigued? Why is my hair falling out? Why am I gaining weight? What is happening in my body? I want to dive deep into the stress, cortisol, and adrenal connection when it comes to having these different types of symptoms that we're experiencing, like brain fog, fatigue, hair shed, not being able to lose weight, not having that get up and go, or get up and go, got up and went sort of situation. We're not sleeping as well. We're craving certain things. And a lot of what doctors won't say, except for me, that a lot of our sickness and illnesses is stemmed from 3 different types of stressors. And I've talked about this in other videos. The 3 different types of stressors are physical stress, our mental emotional stress, and chemical stress. And these are the 3 ones that pretty much is linked to all the diseases that are out there on the market. Something to keep in mind when your body is going through these stress responses, the physical, mental, emotional, and chemical stress, our bodies have to use up its stores of essential vitamins, minerals, and nutrients in order for our body to function properly. So if we're being attacked by something, or we're being chased by a bear, for example, we have that adrenaline. Well, in order for us to have that spike of adrenaline, we need that cortisol levels, we need to get out of danger, we need to have the energy and everything to get us safe. Well, in order for our hormones to work properly, we actually take from our body all the vitamins and minerals to actually have that spike of adrenaline. When we have like a sickness come upon us, like during flu and cold seasons, it's the same situation, the same scenario. Our body starts to use up all the vitamins and minerals that it needs in order to produce an immune response, which you also need your cortisol. It helps with your immune system as well. Our body uses up all those vitamins and minerals in order for us to get better. So that's why, you see a lot of these marketing gimmicks out there that says, oh, this here has a lot of zinc in it. Oh, vitamin C, because they know that your body needs those things in order for your immune system to function properly. So the other part of that is the chemical aspects of that. So if you're taking a bunch of chemicals in, let's say you're into drugs or drinking or tobacco use, that is also going to rob you of your essential vitamins and minerals because you're trying to detoxify that. So our detoxification pathways, we spike up our adrenaline, we spike up our cortisol in order for our bodies to eliminate those toxins out of our bodies. And that is just not toxins that we're actually knowingly put into our body, but that's also things that like our skincare products, our hair care products, our makeup that we're using, our scented lotions, our air fresheners, our things that we're washing our clothes in, disinfecting our houses. All of that chemicals and stuff actually gets absorbed into our body, and our bodies have to eliminate that. And when we're bombarded with those chemicals, our adrenals start to go into overtime and our cortisol levels rise, and we're trying to get rid of those things, and it's using up all of our vitamins and minerals. Now, if we lived in a perfect world where we're eating a whole bunch of nice different colors of fruits and vegetables, we're eating healthy, we're exercising, we're able to eliminate toxins properly because our bodies are not bombarded with all the extra chemicals that are out there in the world, then our bodies can recuperate quickly. However, we do not live in that world. We live in a world where we're constantly stressed out mentally, emotionally. We have our work that we're just bombarded with all this stuff. We have all the technology supposed to make our lives easier, but yet we're busier than we ever have been. We're trying to exercise, and you hear these people with these women especially, they're like, I can't lose weight, and they're just like, okay, well, you need to put yourself in a calorie deficit, you need to eat less calories, you need to work out harder. But actually that's doing more harm to your body than good, and we're just really struggling to survive, honestly. And when we start to deplete all of our vitamins and minerals because our body is constantly in a fight or flight state, then we're going to start seeing those symptoms such as the brain fog, the hair fallout, because our bodies are completely depleted of vitamins and minerals. Now you may be thinking, well, the solution to the problem would be to take more vitamins and minerals, right? No. We need to be getting most of our vitamins and minerals from our food, because a lot of the vitamins and minerals that are in supplements are synthetic vitamins and minerals. Honestly, the very first thing we need to be doing is eliminating as many of those three stressors as possible, finding ways to use more natural products, finding ways to do less stress mentally and emotionally, and not putting so much physical stress on our bodies. Working out harder and longer is not the answer, and taking all these different supplements that are synthetic is just adding on to the problem. So I'm not going to make any recommendations on here because, social media does not like that when you recommend things. So I'm just going to say what I would do in a situation where I'm trying to get my body back into balance and to get more vitamins and minerals in my body. The very first thing that I would do would be doing intermittent fasting and drinking lemon water in the morning to help flush out my body. Our body is mostly made up of water. We need to get rid of all the stagnant stuff in our body. We need to flush it out, and water is a great way to do that. You can also do green juice fasting. I would probably do that for myself maybe for a couple of weeks, and then start to slowly add in some leafy greens, some juices, some smoothies, where I'm making the bulk of my smoothies or my meals with variety of colors. Now, because my digestion may not be so great because of all the chemicals and the bad foods and the processed foods I've been putting into my body, I may have a little bit of stomach upset and things when I'm starting to incorporate more fiber-rich foods into my diet. So that's why I want to start off a little bit slower when introducing these foods. I want to make sure I'm eating organic as much as possible. Everything these days are sprayed with all kinds of chemicals, and that's going to defeat the purpose if we're not eating non-organic foods. I also grow my own garden. I also sell stuff at farmers markets. That's why I have 3 shelves of tomato plants, because I don't need 140,000 tomato plants. But I want to help other people with learning how to garden and growing your own food. So for me, trying to eat as organic, local, and things that are pesticides free. I want to get outside into nature we need vitamin D, and we get vitamin D from the sun. It absorbs into our skin, it converts into vitamin D3. This helps to boost up our immune system. We are getting not nearly enough sunlight. There's my baby boy. I want to make sure that I'm getting in touch with nature. I want to make sure I'm sleeping, trying to prioritize sleep, turning off social media, and not bombarding myself with all the news and stuff that is going on, and taking time for myself and taking relaxing baths and to just decompress myself. So anyway, that was my cue that I'm summoned to be upstairs. So I'm sorry I had to cut this video short, but I will be making more content just like this one. If that's something you guys are interested in, please do consider subscribing, liking, comment, and sharing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hi! And live a stress-free life. Go for it.